Authorities have released footage of an assault on German far-right MP Frank Magnitz, saying it contradicts his party's account of what happened. The leader of Alternative for Germany, AFD, in Bremen, was attacked by at least 3 masked men in the center of the northern city of Bremen on Monday. AFD officials said he was knocked unconscious with a piece of wood and kicked on the ground, but prosecutors said the footage of the assault told a different story. Frank Magnitz, spokesman for the public prosecutor's office, said the footage showed Mr. Magnitz likely sustained his head injuries when he hit the ground, and not from being kicked on the ground. A Bremen court ordered the public prosecutor's office and the police to release the footage as part of an investigation into the assault. Mr. Magnitz, 66, had just left a New Year reception in Bremen's Consulate Museum when he was attacked in the city's Goldplatz as he walked to a central car park. Mr. Magnitz said he does not remember the attack. He has since checked himself out of the hospital. Initial AFD accounts of the attack said 2 local tradesmen ran to find Mr. Magnitz as his attackers kicked him on the ground. Joint Party leader Alice Weidel described the incident as an assassination attempt, while local officials in Bremen blamed incitement from the center-left Speed and Green parties. Parties across the political divide condemned the assault, which police believe could be politically motivated, but the AFD has since changed its initial version of the events. The 2 tradesmen said they came to help the politician only when they heard his cries for help, and did not scare off the attackers as initially claimed. Mr. Magnitz has also conceded the attack may have been a mugging, after initially describing it as a politically motivated assassination attempt. Newspaper Berliner Morgenpost reports that AFD Bremen politician Thomas Spewitz said the party would describe the attack a little differently. Now, AFD entered the national parliament, Bundestag, for the first time last year with 94 seats and now has representatives in every German state parliament. Its anti-immigration platform has struck a chord, particularly in eastern Germany, where it hopes to make gains in 3 state elections this year. AFD is also eyeing the May 2019 European Parliament elections. Last weekend, AFD office in the eastern town of Bern was damaged by an explosion. No one was hurt. SPI leader Andrea Nolles said that AFD was a political opponent of Germany's tolerant society, but anyone trying to fight it with violence betrays these values and jeopardizes our coexistence. A popular tourist attraction has become the latest Chinese company to show solidarity with Huawei's chief finance officer, Meng Wanzhou, who was arrested in Canada on 1 December. Shannon Mountain Scenic Park in eastern Henan province said it would waive the $9.40 65 yuan ticket fee for anyone carrying a Huawei phone. Ms. Meng, who was given bail in Canada, faces extradition to the United States on charges of breaking Iran sanctions. Her case has upped tensions with China. U.S. Huawei phones shoot grand photos on the mountain. A notice on the Shannon Park's social media account said, "We wish friends around the world who support Huawei success in bliss." The offer would last until 29 December, the South China Morning Post reported, but it was met with some criticism among China's social media users. who claimed it was discriminatory. Huawei phone owners are being offered other enticements too. They can get a 20% discount at a bar in Beijing. Seen in Beijing, bring a Huawei phone and get 20% off. Similar to this story, we covered yesterday https .qxl1iypqlpic Twitter.com Sokolov. End of Twitter post by @LuoShunji. At least one firm has threatened to penalize anyone buying Apple products. A few days ago, Manpada Shenzhen, based London display manufacturer offered subsidies to any employees buying Huawei phones. It also pledged to fine anyone who bought an Apple iPhone. United States prosecutors alleged Ms. May 46 used a Huawei subsidiary called Skycom to evade sanctions on Iran between 2009 and 2014. They also allege she publicly misrepresented Skycom as being a separate company from Huawei, and that she deceived banks about the true relationship between the two companies. Ms. May, who is the daughter of Huawei's founder, has denied any wrongdoing and said she will contest the allegations. Life of Huawei's high-flying heiress. The United States has been investigating the Chinese telecoms giant, the world's second-largest smartphone maker, since 2016, believing that it used Skycom to bring the United States manufacturing equipment and millions of dollars in transactions to Iran in violation of sanctions. Ms. May's detention comes amid an increasingly acrimonious trade dispute between Washington and Beijing. China is angry at her detention, saying she has not violated any laws. Beijing has threatened severe consequences unless Canada releases the executive. Since her arrest, 2 Canadians, a former diplomat, and a businessman have been detained in China on suspicion of harming national security. United States President Donald Trump said last week that he might intervene in the United States Justice Department's case against Ms. May if it would serve national security interests or help achieve a trade deal with China. If I think it's good for what will be certainly the largest trade deal ever made, which is a very important thing, what's good for national security, I would certainly intervene if I thought it was necessary, he told Reuters news agency. Canada reacted by urging Mr. Trump not to politicize the situation. Our extradition partners should not seek to politicize the extradition process or use it for ends other than the pursuit of justice, Foreign Minister Chrystia Freeland said. 2 Scandinavian women tourists have been found dead in Morocco, with kids to their necks, the country's Interior Ministry said. Both bodies were found near the town of Imlia in the High Atlas mountain range, near the foot of North Africa's highest peak, Mount Tapco. The women, from Denmark and Norway respectively, have not yet been named. A police investigation has been launched into their deaths, the Interior Ministry statement said. A poacher has been ordered to watch the Disney film Bambi repeatedly after he was convicted of illegally killing hundreds of deer. Missouri hunter David Barry, Jr., must view the film at least once a month during his year-long sentence. He was arrested in August along with 2 family members for killing the deer, taking their heads and leaving their bodies to rot. Prosecutors said it is reportedly one of the biggest poaching cases in Missouri history, on top of the jail sentence for the illegal deer hunting. Judge Robert George ordered Barry Jr. to via the Walt Disney movie Bambi, with the first viewing being on before December 24th, 2018, and at least one such viewing each month thereafter. During his spell in prison, the 1942 cartoon about woodland creatures shows a hunter kill the mother of eponymous character Bambi. A months-long investigation, spanning several states, led to the arrest of Barry Jr., his father David Barry, Sr., and his brother Kyle Barry, according to local newspaper, the Springfield News Leader. While the total number of deer taken illegally is unknown, Lawrence County's conservation agent Andy Barnes said it could be several hundred. Barry Jr. received a year-long sentence in Lawrence County Prison after pleading guilty to illegally taking wildlife. He has also been sentenced to a 120-day term in Barton County Prison for a firearms prohibition violation, and both he and his father had their hunting privileges revoked for life by the Missouri Conservation Commission. A popular tourist attraction has become the latest Chinese company to show solidarity with Huawei's chief finance officer, Meng Wanzhou, who was arrested in Canada on 1 December. Shannon Mountain Scenic Park in eastern Henan Province said it would waive the $9.40 65 yuan ticket fee for anyone carrying a Huawei phone. Ms. Meng, who was given bail in Canada,